Hello, my fellow people. Are we here? Let me set up the chat, live chat, because I already saw that you guys were typing something. It's Patcher Lab time. Patcher Lab. Patcher Lab. Patcher. How should I say that? Okay, I already see Joy from Philippines. Hello there. Hi mom, I'm on TV. No, you're not. And high breath sound. Yeah, I can follow the live, but yeah, the live will stay there, on my channel as an unlisted video. So if you miss it, you still can watch the whole thing, because the link is saved on my Discord server in the news channel. Patcher gang, Patcher gang. I'm good. How you guys doing? Patcher gang, reject plugins, return to patches. Yes, Juan, my boy. Okay, today is Patcher gang. It's Patcher gang. It's Patcher lab. It means that we create something together. So, did you thought about patches that you would love to to have that I can create live on stream? I see Suman. What's up? MTS is always there. Dean Ayala. Where are you from? I'm from Italy. Jovem rapper. Hey, what's good? W. It's like the letter W. Make Omnisphere or Serum. I wish. Or Dune. What's Dune? Is it a plugin? Let me search for it. Dune plugin. I guess it's a synth. Yeah, it is. I get this question a lot, but it's not worth to make synths in Patcher because we already have Citrus that basically can handle everything, and a synth made in Patcher uses Citrus behind the hood. It's basically a waste of CPU and stuff. Yeah, the interface could be a little more interesting maybe because Citrus can be quite overwhelming, but it's just don't, it's not worth it. Come from Italy, Bella bro. Are you Italian? You're Italian as well? That would be awesome. Bella, I see some Italians, I guess. I don't know, I just can't. Not used to see Italian people in my community. I'm a ghost for Italians. I don't know why. Maybe because my alias is Frank Paul and it doesn't sound Italian at all. And by the way, can you hear me right? Do you see me right? I guess so. I made the Earth in Patcher. That would be awesome. That would be like the perfect clickbait video. Oh, Dune is a plugin mainly for ARPs. Interesting. Is it a paid plugin? I guess I don't have it. I'm quite curious. Will it be possible to create something like halftime? Well, Growthspeed, of course, has the half tempo preset. Basically, halftime is an advanced and more elaborated version of that specific preset, and to do that you could ideally, is not practical at all, having a delay that slows down your audio, but that will be like more like a tape stop, which I tried make a tape stop and failing in some part. I know that a guy, very skilled guy on my Discord server, created very good tape stop patch, but it doesn't allow you to keep the audio stopped. So when it reaches the end, it's like pew, and it goes up again. And I reached that point as well, but I would love to control, you know, the audio like it were an actual tape stop plugin. Halftime would be cool. But we could just use grow speed, you know. But yeah, we cannot do it. Like let's keep it in mind for now. Throw suggestions, like patch suggestions. Cerebus synthesis will be great. Yeah, my boy, that blue is Italian. I wish people can notice you as well. I'm traducing from Italian. Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, I have a lot of friends in Italy, like producers friends, even the pretty famous producers. But I'm not that well known, also because I'm very bad at social media. I made your mom in Patcher. Legend. Super Oreo. So you could probably make the halftime because okay, it has some feature like grow speed. Basically, halftime is grow speed plus some filters. If you didn't know, Cable Guys, the plugin, brand, sponsored the blind battle 2 months ago, and the full price was Shaper Box, like the bundle, which is awesome if you think about it. Like they let me put the screen. They give away this thing with time, drive, filter, crash, volume, pan, width to the winner. And the second and third place won halftime, the plugin. So if you want these type of giveaways, just make sure you join, the blind battle at the end of every month. It's the last week of every month. And you'll have a whole week to produce a track. If you're interested, join the Discord, link in the description, and you'll find on all the info and stuff. But yeah, halftime is basically halftime plus some filters, which are very neat. And then we have sustain, a mix knob, okay. Fade in, fade out. Might be tricky though, I don't know. What's your thought about ethereal sounding effect? I've never done that, so we can actually do some very lush reverb for soundscape and stuff. On my Discord, there are a few patches on community patches, so I didn't make them. The guys from Discord made them, and actually they are very cool. So we could totally do that. Maybe like Valhalla, I guess, has a shimmer thing, like Valhalla, I don't even, yeah, whatever. I can type Valhalla, like I don't know how it's spelled. Valhalla shimmer, right? Boom. Oh, it's also pitch shifting. $50, okay. Internet is going strong with the live stream. Okay, mix, shift. I still have a shift, but we can probably try to emulate that with a ring, or maybe do like a ring modulation thing instead of the pitch shifting. Feedback distortion, blah blah blah, some filters and modulation. Could be a valuable patch in my opinion. Gross beat, is this a thing I'm too producer edition to understand? Oh my god, that was good. Wait, what's my edition? Like I have what's the top? You know, the version of FL that has the most stuff. I have that, but I don't know the name. Call it something amazing like sausage enlarger. Okay, so half beat is it's something we could do. Also something like a shimmer reverb, it's something that we can do. With making a Shaperbox clone, it's maybe possible to no, because Shaperbox works on this graph, and of course in Patcher we don't have something like this, you know, we don't have a graph to work on. So nope, that's why cable guys were so amazing to give away Shaperbox, because it's something that me and my channel cannot recreate in Patcher. So pretty smart. I will stay quiet. I'm feeling the chat. No, don't worry to that. Did the tape stop on Discord? Yes, this is the guy. Arsenai. Arsenai. I hope I'm saying your name right. Option to stop the sound at the end. Okay, that's awesome. I will check that out. Make sure to send it so I can check it. Also, we can check it on stream as well. So pitch shifting, another super asked question. No, it's not available in FL Studio stock plugins, so we cannot do that. You're making Valhalla shimmer, it's a possibility. Hey, we have Jinglex. Hello. You already made an 808 announcer. We could do an 808 announcer, I guess. All plugin edition, thank you. Signature, whatever. We should have a graph in Patcher, yeah. What's up? I always remember Andrew Bolo, the name, because Bolo, it's like a nickname that people in my area gives to Bologna, which is an Italian city. And if we say, oh, there's a huge party in Bolo, you know, we say Bolo. That's why I remember you, your name. And also I remember that you submitted tracks for the blind battle, maybe the feedback stream. I don't remember. I say I remember and then I don't remember. Okay, I'm from Russia. Hello. So let's see if Arsenai sent something. No, Arsenai, feel free to send the tape stop patch. I'm gonna load mine just for, you know, to let people know how I handle that. I think I called the project tape stop. Yes, 21 January. Okay, pretty old. Let's try to load this and let's see what I did. I didn't go full immersion in it, but it was pretty okay. This is probably a patch from someone else. No. Oh no, this is a patch that I did because one guy on the server asked how to do this. So I was like, okay, let me do that. You know, pretty cool. And also this thing is there in gross beat, I think. No way. There's just a low pass and high pass. But yeah, this is very cool to have like a sidechain input. You know, let's say that I want to have a compression with just some input in it. Like I select the band, I listen to it, and then it triggers something else. pretty cool. And this was the tape stop. So very simple, because as always, I'm trying to keep my patches super essential, CPU wise as well. Let's see how it goes, how it sounds. I'm pretty sure that this is automating. Yes. So this automation is making the patch trigger. Let's check it. I'm curious. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Let's try it. Okay, pretty standard loop, just for the sake of experimentation. Okay, it works. But if the song goes like this, the sound goes up in a weird way. And I don't remember what I was trying to accomplish. Sounds pretty good, but you have to manage, the mess around with the timing, the speed, whatever you want to call it. But you achieve a tape stop effect like this. So you see, I'm switching from the dry to the wet, and then I'm increasing this knob, as see, with some speed, I would say. Wow. And that gives you the tape stop effect, kinda. It's possible to have some kind of pitch shift effect. Yeah, with Growspeed. I'm not a fan of using Growspeed just because it's a stock plugin, yes, but it's not like in the features, in the lower features of FL. Example, if I want to make transient shipper, and I could definitely use the transient shipper, but it's not actually free, because some people, it's not actually stock plugin, because some people might not have it. And Growspeed is the same thing. That's why I'm never use Growspeed in my patches, Growspeed has the clock feature that might work better than Fruity Delay. Yes, but I don't use it because it's not available in every version of FL Studio, That's what I mean. That sucks, honestly. But FL Studio, Image Line, it's already pretty awesome to have like a lifetime deal, They give you all the upgrades for free once you buy it. That's pretty awesome on its own. That's why I don't recommend buying lesser version of FL. Like, just buy the top one and you have it for life. Even though I paid for some extra plugins like the Transient Shipper, I remember I paid $30 for it, which honestly is totally worth it. And that's it. Yeah, the tape stop is like this for now. We can have it faster. So this is lower. Super fast. It kind of works, but I wish it can be better, So last time we made a fat track, which was pretty awesome, in my opinion. Let's check it. It also has the OTT, my version of OTT in it, which was pretty funny for memes and stuff. Patcher Fat Rack, Frank Rack. Nice name. You guys suggested the name as well. And it's super awesome, He has a sub direct out, mono maker, which is a filter, and flancher monster EQ. I didn't make this myself. I just used a preset that found online. somehow. Saturation, but we should do something like this, you know? I wanted the FabFilter plugin. Yeah, but FabFilter plugins are basically pretty standard plugins with amazing interface, you know? So this is basically parametric EQ2 from FL. The thing is, it has more functions and it's pretty damn good. I don't have the Pro Q3 because I don't feel the need to have another dynamic EQ. I might upgrade to that, but I don't feel the need, honestly. And we can actually make, and I got some requests about it. Okay, I sent the top tape into Discord PM. Private messages. Yes. We can take a look at this. And Arsenai is very, very good with Patcher. And also the GUI was amazing. Yes, look at this. This is worth like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of price. Let's try to test it like very, very quickly, you know? I don't want to spoil what's behind the hood. I just want to feel how it's working. Let's see. Stay stopped and then okay. There's a bit of fade in when you unstop the effect, but it's actually cool. There are some extra effects that I really like from his preview. So a beat crusher and move down rate. Okay, I guess you can control even the speed up. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that was probably a little. Okay. Sample rate like this should be off. No, it's actually on like this. No. Okay. Tape on stop. On tape stop. Okay, so if you enable this, it will stay stopped. Nice. Vibrato rate. These are cool effects that he introduced to it. No, super good. Also, we have diffuse and speed. Speed is the speed, I guess. Okay, that was a little glitchy, you know, because when you use I assume that when you use a fruity delay, you're gonna have them to go in the full position, and if you trigger it before it's go back to the full position, it would mess up. See it? That was good though. So see, this is super slow. Still going. This is probably even too slow. Like I don't feel that going down. See, it's going up, and now you can trigger it again. Okay. Okay, this is faster, of course. And diffuse is moving that thing. Okay. I mean, it looks and sounds pretty good, and it works, you know. He said that it is not finished yet, but I just can't. Oh, there was the music in the background. Sorry, but I thought I have it muted. But yeah, it works. It's not finished, as you said, but to be honest, it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. The interface, it's mental. Looks like an actual plugin. You know, awesome. Are these buttons or knobs? Amazing. See, there are knobs. Um, well done. Like honestly, well done. As you saw, my tape stop plugin was an attempt and didn't really work. You know this thing. Also, see, it's very essential, and the version of Arsenai. Oh my god, the name Arsenai. Sorry, it's a little bit more complex, but not as much. Just as this Edison, which I don't know what it's doing. It's probably controlling a slope. It's probably converting the actual audio into signal through this, I guess, and it triggers it. You know. But yeah, don't wanna focus on his patch too much. But yeah, he's very clever. Um. So I'm a little behind with the chat. I see Towan. Is that how you say your name? He has a very cool channel, and he also live streams a lot, and he's very good with sound design and stuff and music in general. I want to FabFilter plugin. Yes, so I reached this point. Okay, make a nanny clone. I will not, because something might happen, in the future. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be very cool news to share with you guys, but I'm not gonna do a nanny clone yet. Mm-mm-mm. If we go back to the idea of reverbs, would be dope to make a patch that only enables reverb after sound. Know what sound is played. Oh, like yeah, like a ducking reverb. Okay, we need a Ovox patcher. That would be pretty complex. Lotus Studio. How do you make the writes in patcher? Like the you mean this? The labels, probably the labels. Like this label default, and then you have your text. You can make it bigger. Boom. Uh, 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 uh. Free arcade without the stock Lowry Webb vocals. Yeah, oh my god. Okay, is there any way to sync to the tempo? The tape stop, you mean? Not really. I mean, you could. It's totally possible, but you will have to do a lot of. No, actually, oh yes, it is, because I have no idea how to do it, because it's gonna be super tedious. But in the Fruity Formula controller, you see some mapping presets, LFO. No, where was it? Special? No, it was like a tempo synchron. Oh, maybe in the actual help, the image line forum and stuff. When you click the little question mark, I don't know if it's clear or not. What I'm trying to say, the help, this help, you know, it shows you how you can connect the BPM to the formula. But yeah, it will. This is like super insane to do. But yeah, you can totally try to do it. If you manage to do it well, awesome. So guys, we need a plugin to make. Just make Frank do something like, I don't know, distortion plugin, reverb, or I don't want to have a halftime clone because it use growth speed and it feels like cheating, honestly. And by the way, tape stop sync to the tempo are not really worth it. Like go with the vibe, and that's it. You pronounce to AVN. So actually I have to spell it, I guess. I'm Italian. I have my limits. Language barrier. Don't judge me. We say some buongiorno, which is wrong by the way. Can you make something like Kickstart for FL Studio, please? Well, I already did it, but I'm gonna show you the Kickstart plugins as well. And which by the way, it's from Cable Guys and it's super cheap. So I don't really get why people really want that, even though with $10 they can have it. 10 euros, $15, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Let me catch up with the chat. Um, Tal Filter 2 can do something like that. Yes, like Kickstart and stuff. I don't have it because it's glitchy on Mac, so it collapses everything into mono. And but yeah, I don't really need it. I have like Cable Guy's volume shipper, and also I have LFO tool, and so I don't need it. And also I have this. Maybe you don't know this, but there is this little plugin that I try to download just for the sake of it, because it's a free alternative of LFO tool slash Kickstart. It's called Flex. What is it? Mini. I can find it. Let me search for it. I know that has Flex. No, it doesn't. Mini? A mini flux, not flex. Sorry. It's this one. It works exactly like the LFO tool stuff. So if you want to make like a sidechain pumping effect, boom. See? LFO tool kickstart, and it's free. See? It's working. Let me. Of course, you can sync it, 1/4. And you can also have filters going on, like low pass filter. So good. You can do the same thing with LFO tool. You know, it's free, by the way. Mm-mm. Okay. Okay. So you guys are suggesting a lot of stuff that I already made, but it's not yet perfect. So for example, the LFO, no, where is it? The Kickstart. It's this one. It's called Pumper. So this is Pumper, and as you see, it's very minimal, and it works. Sorry, let me deactivate the Flux Mini. So if I play, let me route this one into the right channel. The thing is, do you hear this, the attack? That's the thing that's why it's not out yet. Like, you know, FL Studio has a very big problem with try to synchronize the actual formulas with the BPM. So it has this little guy here passing through, and it's super annoying. And since it's there, I'm not gonna release it, But yeah, this works just with formulas and stuff. See, I'm pushing down the ducking, and I can make the ducking steeper or longer, so I can adjust it. And also the depth is basically extra oomph to the formula. And I also made Pumper 2, which is the exact same thing, but it can split two bands. So you can have um, a very deep sidechain in the low end and a smoother one on everything on top. So if you do like this, you basically can split the frequency spectrum. So right now I'm ducking just everything below this frequency, which is awesome, but for the same reason, it just have this little annoying thing, which I can overcome probably by delaying the audio a bit. So I thought like, okay, I put a little delay to the audio. So when the audio is actually playing, I'm delaying that signal just a tiny bit so I can overcome that little um spike, in volume. And maybe I'll do it. I don't know. But it has that little downside, which is you're gonna have your audio shifted by probably 1 millisecond, which is not a big deal, by the way. Something I saw. Oh, a widener. Something that has been requested, and I actually never did it, was a stereo widener plugin. Very straightforward, very simple, and also because people, when they want to have some wide signal, they stress like crazy, like, oh, I should use the stereo shaper, or what's the other one, stereo announcer, the stereo announcer, but all my, what is it, all my sounds go freaky with the phase, is not that good. Because honestly, yes, it's not that good. But sometimes you just need something like a isotope stereo something imager. Yes, so something like this with multiple bands, and basically you can control the side information, the volume of the side information in each band, and you're good to go. If you want to have the stereoized function, you can introduce an as effect and then completely get rid of the mid signal and just introducing the side, so you can generate side information without messing up the signal, you know? We can probably do something like this, of course, without all the super awesome graphics and stuff. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Everything, something that makes everything sound watery. I wonder what you mean by that. It's interesting though. Mm, so, widener, it's pretty good. How do you make? How did you make the logo for Sausage Veteran? I'm trying to make a logo for my free arcade, and free arcade. By the way, um, it's just knobs, just very plain knobs. See, if we do the see, they're just knobs. Actually, can get rid of that. Actually, poop. No more eyes. Oh, I look freaky. Yeah, they're all knobs and other stuff. That took a while, but not as long as I imagined, though. Mm-mm. So, something like the drip, another super ask question. I can do that, but I will have to think about it a lot because I would love to have one big knob that enable certain values on certain plugins to have the feeling of different, effects chain, even though the effects chain are always the same. You're just messing around with the values. Something like, what was it called? Like mini something, another mini. Oh, this one. No, epic fail. What is that? External effect. Hmm. Micro. Yes, was this one. So this one, it's a freebie, and see, it has a bunch of presets that you can browse through with different delays and EQs and delays and stuff. Mm, Up down compression. Is there a way to do an up down compression in FL apart from Maximus? I need the ratio to be automated. You can do that with with the fruity limiter, you know? So fruity limiter compressor, it's pretty efficient, and as you can see, it has downwards compression, sorry, downwards and upwards compression. All you have to do is having a ratio that it's the other way around, you know? uh, 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 I'm very new to Discord. How can I add you there? You just have to log in Discord. Of course, you have to download the Discord app and log in. And when you have a profile, just click the link in the description of this live stream description or any video on my YouTube, and you'll enter the Discord server. Uh, uh, okay, I'm catching up with the chat. Boom, catch up, and mayonnaise. Hey Skippy, see you. So, so I think that we can actually do a stereo enhancer thing. Very straightforward. It's pretty easy to set up, and it will be pretty effective. So let's open up a empty project. And we can try do something like that. There's a ray of light on my face from my window. I didn't close my window. Yeah, it's not that bad. So patcher. So we can do something like I chosen, by the way, the stereo enhancer multiband blah blah blah. Call it the way you want. Isotope imager. That's what we're doing basically. What is it? What is it? What is it? This thing with less cool graphics, but who cares? Um, so first of all, we need bands. What should we use to split bands? The frequency splitter allows us to have just 3 bands though. We can have 3 bands, and since everything below like 10 hertz, not 10, sorry, 100 hertz, kinda should be pretty standard, you know. I don't want to say everything below 100 hertz should be that mono because I don't actually think that it's true, you know. Nowadays, it's not that true. You want to have a very, very dead low end stereo wise, I'm talking about. So, very mono in certain genres, heavy bass genres like house music, usually, and anything housey, you know, future house, blah blah blah, and dubstep and trap. But with other genres like pop music, for example, is the clearest example. Um, don't I don't high pass the site information to have that mono feeling because I don't need that punchiness sometimes. I just need some cool stereo image, you know. So don't any rule in music production can be broken pretty easily, but of course you need to understand why there's that rule in the first place, and then you can say, oh, right, maybe I don't need that right now. You know what I mean? So, um, randomize via controller, not the P controller with no. Okay, so to create something like this, basically, this thing, drum roll, doesn't affect your mono um, signal, your mid signal, sorry, because it's just affecting the side information. So it splits the bands, and you can control the volume basically of the side information in that band. Pretty straightforward. So if you have a mono signal passing through this, let's load them up. Let's make the screen bigger for you guys. Okay. So if you have something like this, you want to have, oh, I want a super wide top end, it will still be mono because it doesn't have side information. But if you have side information there like this, and you want to spread it out even more, then you can do it. Of course, it's a sine wave, so I can do that. That's better. See, now this part, super wide, super mono, and I can control the amount of stereo it has just by controlling the volume of the side information. So my idea is to have 3 bands with this and having an extra band with the low end, basically not a band, just a control that allows you to high pass everything below a certain frequency to make it mono. So we can have a EQ, probably. I wonder if it's a little bit a waste. Probably not. Just an high pass. And on top of that, 3 bands. Actually, we can make also an high pass. Why not? So low pass, high pass, and then in the middle, 3 bands, basically. Interesting, yes. Let's do it this way. I use this one just once for the pumper too, by the way. So I'm not really sure how it works, but it should be like this. 1, 2, 3. And then you go output and you enable the send 1, the send 2, and the send 3. Awesome. So we have the bands, of course. We have the filters right here. What else? I guess. Oh, yes, we need to split the mid signal from the side signal. So we open up the stereo shaper, and it's very easy to do that also because there's a preset that it's this one, mid aside splitter, basically. So it has the mid signal output. The output one is the mid signal, and the output, the send 2, you can set it here, is the side. So if we do this and the side go there, boom, we should have it. Let's try it. Let's use a piano. I always use a piano um, instrument to do this because it's pretty awesome. It has side information as well. Piano. I wanted the grand piano, sorry. Grand. Yes. Okay. So we're listening to the side. Not the mid though. Maybe I got something wrong. No way, it works. Oh, it was this one. Okay. So we have our bad boy. The mid signal is going through that, and the side information goes through that. Now with the latest Fruity parametric Q2, we can even monitor the side information. How awesome is that? Monitor side. So we surely need some controls for the bands. Activate, activate. The volume of the bands are here. Awesome. So activate, activate, and activate. Mm, to solo them, I wonder how can we make. Oh, we probably just have to multiply this volume to 0, so it will go down to 0. Okay, so we can actually solo the bands as well, and or mute them. And then we have the sense. What we need a to activate this other one. And we need, of course, uh, the the stereoizer thing, which basically we will use again the stereo shaper. So the send 1 is the first band, goes into the stereo shaper, and we can do the same thing like mixing mid-size splitter, and we can use just the send 2, not the send 1, the main output. So this output here should send out just the side information of the band number 1 with some maybe house effect, in it. So stereo enhancer, we have to put this one before the splitter like this. We can control the stereo image of it. So let's run some tests. Let's load up a dead mono sound. So this is dead mono. We can monitor it, I guess. Yes. So This is mono. It's very annoying though. Let's turn it down. Actually, let's turn it up and let's turn down this. So it's dead mono, but if we do this, it's not working. Okay, because it doesn't have side information. Now that's interesting. Yes, I should not split the signal here because this doesn't have side information and it can trigger that. So we should do something like this. So we can process the whole thing, and in the end, we just get rid of the side information. Sorry, the mono information, like this. Okay, and the main output is going like this. Okay, let's mute for 1 second that part of signal. So the signal goes here. Awesome. And it's mid plus side. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating a lot. I'm super tired today, so I might be a little slower. What is it? The actual, I don't know how to say that. In my position, I can find it. Monitor input only. Then mid. Okay. You have the mid and side going through this. This is going to receive just the first band, right? Let's monitor that. We can use another one like this to monitor if it's actually the case. And okay, it's not putting out sound. Awesome. It's just going up and down like that. Send one. Okay. Might need some help with that. I don't know. We work because it's signal mono. There's nothing. Splitter, sub Frank. Oh, we have Danko in the chat. Guys, do you know who Danko is? It's an Italian producer and a friend of mine. Show some love for Danko, please. So I don't remember how I actually made this one in the pumper. Let me check it. It was a while ago and I actually don't remember generally. Danko, by the way, is a producer that played at Tomorrowland, Ultra Music, and other festival. You know, he's a close friend, I can say that, to Kashmir. You know, Dharma Records. So he's a nice guy. Show some love. He stopped that. He's just swinging by to the string. Um, simp for him. Come on, guys. Simp for him. You just have to simp a little bit. See, I'm splitting the bands here. Oh, no, I'm not splitting. I'm just doing this. No. Remember that I actually made this. Made that, you know? The Frank rack doesn't have it. Gosh, I don't remember. Need your help. I probably need the super arseny help. Okay, so we have the filters. Why is it not putting out audio? So I want this one, this band, go out the send number 1, and I'm enable the sending 1, and I'm putting it into this, but it's not going out. See, it's really interesting. Maybe you have some preset already. Not really. Precision for the blah blah blah, nothing. Okay, something is off, and I can understand what. Senchu should work fine. Guys, I don't know. From Splitter, could make 3 stereo shapers, and each one split to the mid side. Mm, I can do that, but I just cannot have. I'm struggling having out the signal from the bands. Like band 3 is putting out nothing. So why is not? It's just putting out the signal from the main output and not the actual sense. What is this ready? I have no idea what that is. I remember doing that. Damn, I'm stuck. Step bro, I'm stuck. Come help. I know this meme because, I'm a man of culture. Just because of that, okay, guys? Um, so when you see your stepsister stuck, guys, you know what you do. Just unstuck her. I'm an idiot. I know. You don't have to tell me. So we have the signal goes out this. Why can I do that? Okay, for now, since we are stuck, let's use Maximus, which is a very bad way now that we have this frequency splitter, but we're going to go back and have this thing made with the actual plugin. So muted. Is this default? I don't think so. Default, okay. Muted. So we have the low, we have the mid, and we have the highs. Oops. Wait, this is the highs. So off, muted. Oh no, not off, muted. Muted, comp off. Okay. Muted, comp off, muted. So we have our 3 bands, which is very bad because we can save a lot of CPU with, the frequency splitter. Actually, why am I doing that? We need the DQ to high pass and low pass. So we need this, and this. Now the low frequency can go into this. I'm gonna replace this with the frequency splitter later, so don't worry. We have the low. So this is the low, and of course, it's just the side information. You guys cannot probably hear it. If you're watching this on a cell phone and stuff, you can hear it. See, it's there, but it's super side information because the mid signal we'll have to, you know, to go through. For now, let's keep this one like comp off, comp off, comp off. And like this. Okay, now it's working. So we have a side information going on in the low band. Same. And if we collapse everything into mono, we still have our saw wave untouched, just because we're using the side information generated by this stereo enhancer. Same thing with the others. Like we have this thing that goes into this, and this thing that, oops, this thing with the latest update. FL is kind of glitchy for me when I drag and drop stuff. So we can control the volume here, and we basically achieved, what is it? We achieved this thing. We have three bands. So right now we are in this position. We have three bands. We have a low pass, and a high pass, which are made by the Fruity parametric EQ, and we have the volume of the three side information. Plus, we can do stereoize and generate some side information for each band, or this is general. This is actually general. Okay, so this is on the whole thing, but it's actually better having this function for each band, and we actually have it, which is better. And we can start shaping we can shape the stereo image of anything with Has Effect, which honestly it has some downsides. I wonder if it's better using just the delay and the phase. This thing, it's the same as this, kinda, but we also have the phase. So probably we can use this plugin instead of this. Could be better maybe. And also with this, it's better because we can actually put stuff in the opposite phase. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's better. So let's just do that for one of the bands, and we're gonna copy and paste basically. So the mid goes into this, into that. We can have a delay. Awesome. And then we have some phase. Hmm. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. I need to put it into default. Hmm. So let's check just the side information. So no side information, some side information, phase, some side information. So we can make very crazy stuff with this. This is definitely better. And also we can control the volume by moving this one up and down. If this is here, no signal at all. If you reset it, signal passing through. Awesome. So I wonder why people keep using the Fruity Stereo Enhancer when you have the Stereo Shaper, which is basically just a better version. And it's not more intensive on the CPU either. The only the only thing is that this one has this major control on stereo separation, which, by the way, if you turn it into minus, it should collapse everything into mono. No, it does still have some side information passing through. I don't know why. And also has this pan thing, but you can achieve the pan here as well. Just move this one, and you know. By the way, so like this, and we can actually get rid of the, this one is actually obsolete now because we can extrapolate the side information from each one of these independently. All we need to do is just creating that preset. It will be tricky because you have to put everything in counterface, but if you keep, I wonder if you keep this one, all these sliders on the same amount, they should cancel each other quite well and, do what you expect. But I actually never did it, so might be wrong. The only way to find out is to actual doing this. So side information, no signal passing through. Now we have it. So I wonder if I connect every one of this to the same knob and they move together, they still gonna have everything, cancel each other's out. Maybe. Let's load a knob. So I wonder if I do this and this and this and this. Okay. Okay. So in the center, okay. It's not going to zero though. Let me do this. 50. Set to default. If we do this. Okay, the signal is still passing through. Even though probably shouldn't. I don't know. If we do this, okay, now it's doing its job. So they probably have to be in a certain position, right? To do the job. So if I increase this one to 100%, this should be still 100%. I don't think so. Minus 100%. Nope. So I wonder why they are midway. They are -6. So they're halving the signal there. Not sure. But yeah, we can figure this out for sure. I've never done this, so it's more than normal for me to not know everything. People expect me to be this super patcher god, and I know all the stuff. Actually, I just enjoy doing patches and discovering stuff. If I were the the mastermind and I can do anything with patcher and stuff, it's not gonna be fun anymore. I like the research behind it. So side information is passing through, and let's try to generate some side information right now. It's passing through just fine, and the mid whatever. So yeah, now we have the control over that. Awesome. So the interface could be very simple in my opinion. So it could be probably sliders. I don't know. What is it? This one. It's my favorite. We can have the volume for the low pass, again for the high pass, and then three in the middle, and they're going to be the volumes of the side information for each one. Okay, for each band. And then we have the stereoized thing below under the knobs for the volume of the side information. Like this. And then we can have some settings to, the ozone imager has this slider with some time, which is probably, I wonder, a hash effect with the mid signal muted, of course. But we can actually have the hash effect plus the phase. Yeah. So we can connect these knobs basically, which is something I did for another patch, by the way, which is basically something like this, just a little bit more extreme. I'm gonna show it to you. What is it? Oops. Let's keep it at two. Two. This. Like this. Low pass, high pass. And then sorry guys. And then, so this is the volume. Okay. This is the hash effect, and this is the phase. Could be like this. Yes. Super simple. Oops. Like this. And like this. Very standard. And we just have to, oh, the bands. Yes, I need to set up the bands. So we need a knob. We can probably put on top like this, which is the point, the crossover point between the bands, like this. And also, yes, and also we have to create some buttons to um, solo or mute the band so we can monitor what's going on. Actually, you know, instead of having a bands like this button, we can have a background button, that you can deactivate the band by clicking the background. Something I did for the finalizer. I'm gonna show you. And also I'm gonna check the chat in a second. Mm, mm, mm. Damn, I saw To Evian writing true, and I actually had a flashback of Steins Gate, the anime, with the little girl going toot Doo-doo. So something like this. When you click it, you deactivate the effect. I can do something like this, that you can mute the actual band. I don't think it's worth it. Like, um it's pretty not that useful, you know? It's probably better having a button that allows you to mute on demand like this. It's less cooler, but it's actually better, you know? Doo-doo-doo. Check your second Maximus is not comp off. Okay, I will. Thanks. How do you make your own knobs? That's pretty simple. You go into control creator. Yes. You can create your own and save them. For example, this one is the knob for the SSL thing that I did, the SSL compressor. And I also this one for the stereoizer, which is something that I'm going to show you right now, actually. And this one for this Solntech clone that I did, which is not out, by the way. See, I made the stereoizer, which is basically is what am I doing right now? Squarifier. This is another thing. Mm, work in progress, as you can see. Stereoizer. It's basically generating side information with this, with this. It has a doubler, it has reverb, and it brings all this side information into this big volume knob with an high pass and low pass, and also has this saturation which doesn't really work, and I have to get rid of this and maybe do something else with it. It's basically a wider on steroids, basically. It's not that crazy. Let's check it. So we have a mono signal with this. So it makes everything super wide. And you can, when you collapse into mono, the sound is magically the same. This man is such a legend. He has a great sense of for humor. You think so? Thanks. Seems like a nice guy. Saved me a lot of money. Yes, that's the most important part. You know, save your money. Um, why does it sound like ASMR? Because I cannot speak with a loud voice. I'm a chill guy, especially when I'm talking, you know, to a microphone. I cannot bring myself to speak louder. I'm amazed that, you know, streamers and stuff have that tone, you know, the streamer tone. Like, I don't know, like, hey, what's up to the next, you know, to this stream? We're gonna play Minecraft on stream, blah blah blah. It's stressful. Imagine doing that for like, I don't know, 6 hours every day. I don't want to think about that. Okay. And also, I'm not playing any super cool video games, so this is kind of chill. I don't need to be super excited about everything, which is a good thing. I would love to watch anime with you guys on Discord. I cannot watch them on YouTube, of course, because of the copyright system. But if I can set up a live stream on Discord, um, when I press play and I watch an anime you guys suggest me to watch, will be awesome, you know? So you can see a guy that is not a complete weeb, but that enjoy anime a lot, watching some animes. Because if I actually have to watch some animes by myself, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't, first of all, I don't have much time to do that. But if we do that together as you know, as an event, you know, I might be able to do it. Wait, why? Okay, let's do this. So we're gonna have the title. Let's design the actual, I don't know, interface. So knobs like this are good. They're probably like they're gonna stay in the middle like this. This one has to stay in the middle as well. So activate, paste, not tape. Okay, copy and paste like this. This one would be 100, and this one could be like in the middle or something like that. This is the crossover points. Mm, so that's basically it. You know, doesn't have to be super giga turbo amazing. You know, let me copy the some colors from my other patches. Don't know if you know it, but you can right click and copy the color and right click paste the color. This you can do the same thing with knobs. So right click, color, copy, right click, color, paste. And of course, we're gonna have the bands with their own colors and stuff. Also, guys, on the Discord server, suggest me some anime to watch, potentially to watch together. I would love to do that. I'm into stuff like Steins Gate. I never actually watched Steins Gate, the sequel, you know, the Steins Gate Zero, because I'm afraid it's disappointed, but I might watch it at some point. I'm super down to watch Haikyuu and and because I'm the biggest volleyball fan, and I know that the anime is huge, even the manga is huge. So I don't know. I would love to watch it and also to geek about strategies and stuff because I don't like when sport animes are like Dragon Ball Z. For example, Capitan Tsubasa, we had it in Italy, and I do watch it and enjoy it, but it's not that realistic, and I didn't love it fully. I mean, I was super into it as a kid, but it's kind of a bummer that is not realistic. Which I saw that Haikyuu is actually pretty realistic, and I'm super curious to watch that. But it's not over. That's why I'm holding to it. It's like okay, I watch it, but I have to wait 10 years to see the conclusion of the story, something like that. I'm like, nah. That's why I never watched Attack on Titan as well. But I know that the manga is coming to an end, and the next year, the last season will be out. The anime season will be out as well. Attack on Titan. I actually watched the first episode of Attack on Titan because I was sure that it was a short anime, like 10 episodes and stuff. But at midway through the first episode, I checked because I was like, there's no way this is a short anime. And I'm glad that I did because the second season was about to came out at the time. And I was like, where's the manga? And, I typed on Google and people say, oh, the actual manga is not even close to the end. I'm like, nah, I'm going to wait and watch it when it's over so I can binge watch it. But I'm interested in that as well. So in the top list, I have Haikyuu and Attack on Titan, I guess. And probably Steins Gate Zero. I will watch it. I really enjoyed the first one. One of the best anime I ever watched, for sure. Full Metal Alchemist, watch it. Both really amazing. Probably my favorite ever. Mm, yeah, so just made some stuff to watch for sure. I saw a scene from an anime with Jesus and Buddha hanging around. I'm like, yo, I have to watch that. That seems like a very funny anime to watch, and also not a long one. Mm, hey, Space Boy. Hey, boy, hello, what you do? Thanks, my boy. How did you apply the paste without right clicking every time? When you right click something like this, um, oh, the values, yes. If you have like this value and copy the value, you can right click and click P. No, it's V. No, it's, they change it. It's P, right? If you go in a file beside Patcher, anywhere in a file, you can copy, right click C, and right click V because it before it was P. But yeah, small stuff. Um, see some anime recommendations. Steins Gate Zero is good, but definitely not as good as the original. Yeah, I already know that. The first one is on its own. It's really good. It's not a sequel. It's an alternative route. Yeah, I know that. I saw the. I read the synopsis of it. Code Geass. You will be disappointed to know that I dropped Code Geass quite early because it's. I mean, it's not bad, but I reached a point. I don't want to spoil you guys, but I reached a point when something happens that it seems like the story is over, and it happens the most crazy thing. I'm like, there's no way. I was so disappointed that I dropped it and completely, get rid of that. Fun fact: Haikyuu boosted numbers of boys joining volleyball teams in high school. Yeah, same as Capitan Tsubasa. They boost the the boys from Italy as well. Even soccer is huge in Italy. They boosted the people actually playing the game. And also, maybe you don't know it, but there's a very old anime about volleyball called, in English it's Attacker U. In Italian it's Mila and Shiro. And I complete to be honest, I thought that Haikyuu was a sequel to that because the main protagonist looks exactly like the protagonist of Attacker You. Did you know that? Sword Art Online. I watched the full season painfully, and that was it. I watched it for curiosity, and that's it. I'm not into that. I want to show you guys Attacker You. It's crazy. Attacker You. Mila. Mila is the protagonist. It's this one, right? This girl. And this anime in Italy was huge. My sister was playing volleyball because of this anime. And then I was Haikyuu spelled, and someone wrote that Hai Hai Kuyu Q Haikyuu 3U Haikyuu main protagonist. Tell me it's not the same. Like it's the same person. Look at this. This compared to this. It's the same. How's is not this super freaky? I was like, oh, this character made us, has a son, and they're gonna make the an anime about his son. And I was convinced to that. Like, oh, they made a new series of that with the protagonist son as the main protagonist. But that's not the case, right? Are they connected by some I don't know. They have to be connected. Okay, I completely forgot how to go ahead with the patch. Okay, right now the biggest thing is to understand how to use the frequency splitter. Splitter, very UK pronunciation. So we need to know how to split the bands. So frequency splitter. So right now, if I have to send signal, oh, it's 0 dB. No, 0 dB is it's like 100%. Goes up to 18 dB. Okay, okay. Mm, so send one, send two, send four. And if I enable the output audio of those sends, I should get audio out of them. So why is not working? Maybe I have to add something. Add one? No. No, there's no way. Hmm. Why the frequency splitter is not working? Let's try to use this frequency splitter here. Hmm. Fucking frequency splitter. So if I do the okay, this okay, it doesn't have this sense yet, but if I enable them like this, I should be able to select them, right? So the output of that, the output of that, and the output of that, you know. If I do this, mm, insert 8. Still have the old thing though, which is pretty strange. Have the slope there. Something's off, and I don't know why. Also, why am I boosting something ghosty in the back and not the actual band? Something's off. I don't know how to use that, you know? Oh, you need to sidechain it to a bus in order to. Yes. Oh, sidechain it. That's why I don't have to route it. I just have to sidechain it. Mm-hmm. So right now, oh, now I see. Okay, I have to sidechain it. That's why there was that ghosty thing. Okay, so now I know how it works. But how can I make this that one works in Patcher? I wonder. Since I have to sidechain it. Mm, I'm sure that I did this in the past. I don't remember in which patch. Definitely not one of those that I already released. Filters, finalizer, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Hmm. Shaper, no. No. I actually never did it. Just tested on mine and it worked fine. Straight from FL Studio. Brings the splitter to 3 send outputs in Patcher. Wait, why did you do that? I think I did. I enabled the sends, the send here, which are there. This one is the main output, and I don't need that. So main output, we can even deactivate it. And now we have send 3, send 1, and send 2. So if we go back into this, yes, this one should put out. Oh, now it works. Why it didn't work earlier? Something. I exactly did the same thing earlier. Oh, damn. So let's try again. I exactly did that. So this is the audio, like this. So this is the main output. Let's enable the first send, and let's set it to first send. Should work, right? Now it works. Why it didn't work earlier? There was some kind of bug. It has to be. Okay, low frequency here. Mid frequency and high frequency. I'm gonna rewatch the stream when it's over to see what I did wrong, because I'm sure that I exactly did this. See, the audio is going out. Okay, awesome. Of course, there's no set information yet, but if we do this, this is the mid, this is the high, and the lows is going here. Okay, it's coming. It's not going out though. Even though, oh, wait. Mixing like this. It's working now. Okay. And we can have the main output, which is the dry signal, right? Is the dry, I mean, the dry both mid and side going like this. Do I want to have that? I don't think so. Because the mid signal, it's better to leave it untouched frequency wise, like, because this one, of course, introduces some phase flipping, and having some phase flipping on the side information is kind of okay because it's flipped anyway towards the mid signal and it doesn't really affect your song. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's go straight up out, and we can have the filter, of course. Okay, now we finally made it somehow. Damn, I'm dumb, apparently. I thought I was a genius. I were a genius. My mom said I'm smart. Okay. Boom. And we have to connect simply the delay and the phase of the first band. So D1 and B1, D2, B2, D3, and P3. Then we have band number, let's call it bass, whatever. Bass, mid, and high. We have the bass and mid, and we have the mid high. Okay. And then we have the bass mute and mute, and we can actually doesn't doesn't have to be a mute button. It can be a deactivating thing. So by default it's on, and when you want to deactivate it, you just click this and it goes down to 0. It's better for the actual routing because it allows you to have less fruity parametric controllers and stuff. So we can actually automate this. Yes. So this is the send. We can have this one, and this one control to the H mute. It's gonna double the volume though, because as you can see right now, it's midway through, but it doesn't really matter, as long as it sounds decent. Let me check it. Now 0, 100, 0, 100, 0. So if I do this, I don't want to blast with the double volume thing. Okay, works. Activate this, and we can have the frequency splitters are this one and this one. So bass to mid, and P3 is phase 3, B it's the volume of the bass, so it's this one, right? Yes. B it's going to low main output, yes. The M is going to mid main output. D1 is delay on band 1. D2 is delay on band 2. D3 is delay on band 3. P1, P2, and the crossover from mid to high and the output of the high. Yeah, that's it. As I said, pretty straightforward. We just have to figure out, the freaking send out, stuff, which I did, by the way, but maybe something was off. So let's test stuff with a piano sound. So right now we have our piano, which is super loud, by the way. Awesome. So we have control over the bands and stuff. So let's say that I want to have the mid side very wide. Of course, I have to activate this first. Okay. Wow. It's blasting because I'm not controlling this. I should control this, right? Yes. So I made a little mistake. So we can actually mute the mid with this. So instead of having those buttons connected to those sends, this one. So what is it? Low, mid, and high. Low main output, low main output. So then B has to be connected to low. Mid, I don't know why I call it B instead of L, bass instead of low frequencies, but whatever. Is this boosting also the mid signal though? It shouldn't. Okay, just send information. No, there's also mid information. Let's go back to the saw wave. So that introduced also mid signal. See, this stream is me discovering stuff, So okay, that works, kinda. Okay. This one are putting out mid signal as well. Which they shouldn't, by the way. So I'm pressing the keys on my keyboard, and let me see. So sound is going through. Don't tell me we are in the same spot as early, you know? So why is not playing anymore? Holy moly, okay. So this should be just side information. But there's mid information as well. But the side information, it's in the mid side is split here. So why is not it's not it's not splitting them right? Like the mid signal is going out by with this Senchu, Senchu, and Senchu. Hmm. Just for the sake of it, let's try to have another copy of this at the beginning. So I'm splitting the side information at the source. Splitting here. Yeah, but if the sound has no side information, I'm completely fucked in this situation. But let's use a piano so we know that it has side information. Okay, just the side goes here, right? Yes. So I wonder why it doesn't have just side information like this. Now it has. Okay, but if we do this, are we introducing back some mid signal here? I didn't know that. We we should have something like this, and now this is just side information, and this is just side information as well, and so on. I didn't know that. I just discovered that. Okay, so interesting, because this one changes the phase considering the output. I thought that that this thing it's after these two bad boys for some reason. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Just so you need to put another stereo shaper. But why did does those two knobs introduce back some mid? I wonder, because you're realigning some frequencies, I guess. Interesting. So if we mute them, mhm. So right now they are active. No, the buttons doesn't work anymore. Okay. Yeah, we have some stereo wide sound. Even though our source it's dead mono. Damn, this sound. It's completely drilling my ears. Yeah. If we turn it into mono, nothing. Nice and stereo. See, I want to have the bass very loud. So we can have this. Yeah, awesome. Also, lately, I'm trying to fit this chord progression into one of my songs, but I just can't. I want to write something that goes like this. So, and then goes on somewhere. But this, I like that. I don't even know what is it musically, but I just like the way it sounds. Um, yeah. Now we have some side information, which, by the way, I'm not a huge fan of stereoizer stuff that makes everything super wide because your song doesn't lie in the side information. Your song is in the mid channel, you know? So everything that is on the side information, it's basically excitement. Excitement. So your song, it's your song is here between the right and the left channel. Everything here is side information and it's not your song at all. So if you place one sound 100% to the left, you know, it's still part of your song because it lies on this line, but anything that is below that is not part of your song anymore. Everything that is projected into the central line that right now there's no line, but yeah, you have to imagine that it's your song. So if it's, let's say you have a saw wave like this in your song and it's in the middle, there's some stereo because this one has some stereo. Yes. So right now it's 100% in the middle and it's gonna be 100% in your song. You have to visualize it in this way. And when it's 100% to the right channel, it's 50% on the side information and 50% on the mid. So when you go back and collapse it into mono, it will have half the volume instead of this. And it means 6 decibel less loud, basically. So because I see a lot of confusion, people say, oh, if I place a sound into the right channel alone, when I collapse into mono, it's gonna lose. No, I'm not gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it, but you're gonna hear it at half the volume. You know. Hope that shed a light on. It's a little tip that I throw there. And so make sure to make your song sound great in the mid, not in the side. Because, for example, I see a lot of people talking about, oh, the dimension expander, it's a tool for sound design. The widener, from infected mushroom, basically polyverse, yes. It's for sound design to make everything wider. It's not for sound design because this one just generates that information and it's not your song, it's not your sound. If you rely on this to make your sound cooler, then you'll be very disappointed. I'll show you why. We still have this super normal saw wave. Let's say that this is our bass. If you start to making it more wide, like this, also it doesn't work. Why today I can manage to make stuff work? Can it work, please? Dimension expander. Now it doesn't work. Holy moly. Better, wider. What is it? Oh, now it works. But yeah, this one is one of my better. Oh, now it sounds super fat and super wide. But when you go collapse into mono, it's still your saw wave. So this is not sound design, it's just stereo excitement. So be aware to use it. You know, if you want to have sound design and you want to make your sound more stereo and wide, whatever, use chorus, or do this. Use the phase stuff on your synth, or use basically a chorus. Chorus solves everything, but a lot of people think that choruses are pretty lame for some reason. Oh, thank you. You gave me the progression. So fourth, fifth, and fifth with the sharp bass, basically, because that's what I'm playing. Yeah. Hey, Georges, Bryant. Hi, your pets are awesome. Thank you. Do you know if it's possible to include an image to increase the interface? No, it's not possible. Sadly, it's not. But you can create some images like I did for the sausage fattener. You know, you can be cheeky with that, but yeah, it's not an image yet. Is the ozone in mono? Yes, if you turn this one down to 0, it will collapse everything to mono for each band, of course. Right now, I just have one band. But any anything that creates an information to get assignment is not sound design. So please understand that this is very important. And I know that side information it's hard to understand because it took me a while to actually understand what it was, and now can I have control over it. But people that use widener to make their dubstep basses super wide and cool, you're not making them wide, actually wide. You're making them just more interesting when you're wearing headphones. But when you're not, you go back to the mono signal basically. This is a very strange topic to talk about. Expert mix engineer will talk about, let's say that they don't talk about wideness, they talk about depth. And I'm trying to master how to make my sound more realistic, with depth. And depth is actually very interesting compared to wideness, because wideness is actually having, the idea is having your sound in the middle, of course, with a lot of stuff going around in the side, but it feels like non-natural having this information going on here and here, But when you talk about depth, it seems like your instrument is no more in front of you like this, in front of your eyes. It's pushed back in the space, and you can, if you close your eyes, you can actually visualize it in front of you. Like if you have a piano sample, you can visualize like a piano in front of you. It's kind of cheeky explained like that, but it works a lot. And the best way to achieve this, of course, it's reverbs. but not like reverbs, like standard digital reverbs. You have to use impulse responses for more cool um, results. And that's why one of the next patches, I know that I say that already for last month, but instead the sausage and ladder went through all of them because I was inspired for the video. But these patches right here, the this one is my favorite. These one are just simple impulse responses with a pre-delay and a control over the volume of the dry and the wet with low pass and high pass. And I'm using these ones a lot because the guys on Discord taught me how to sample inside Patcher the impulse response of your reverb plugins basically. So I took out my um, room send that I usually use and I crafted over the years and stuff. And I record that into Fruity Convolver, and now I have my chain basically of reverb into this patch that consume no CPU at all, and it's super fun to use. You just slap it and that's it. The only thing is that you can control the decay of it, but it's not a big deal because if you use this one is in a mixing project and you have to make the tail shorter, you just go here, you click volume, just this, and you make it shorter like this, which is awesome. And I use this one a lot, a lot, a lot. And I made this for just send buses. So I will use this one just in send like this with the drive volume at 0. But I'm fine myself using this a lot with actual instruments, in the actual channel. And I have my room favorite impulse response, the plate, which is pretty good, but it's not like my super favorite. The inverse, which is kind of cool, but I struggle to use this one into actual projects because it's hard to fit. The whole, which is super, super good, super granular as well. You can see. I absolutely love this, but the room is still my favorite. And since I was doing them, I sampled the CLA Epic impulse responses, which I didn't for the my clone. I just sampled the hole, the plate, the room, the slap delay as well, and the space, this one, and also the crowd, which I really love. And all these patches are good for sound design, especially crowd, which is basically a super short impulse response for your sound. Let me check. Like this. Let's go back into default position. Okay. So basically, you're introducing this, which is not just sound information, there's MIDI information as well. So you can make stuff more chorusy, phasey. This one has a very interesting sound, and I liked it. Yeah, but you can do the same thing with everything. So you can even download a paid plugin in the demo version, and like a reverb I'm talking about, and sample it into Fruity Convolver and having that impulse response forever. You can be cheeky and do like that. You can do it with the Valhalla plugins. Really awesome. And I'm using them a lot. That's why I want to share them with you. Hopefully they can get your production better. Actually, I want to show you a, a very cool example that I did recently because it's like night and day. So the actual patch is this one, by the way. This one are not connected yet, but I will finish them when the stream is over. But um, and of course I'll add colors and stuff. But this is the idea. Pretty cool, I would say. Um, let's save this. It still doesn't have a name. You guys can give a name to that in the Discord server. Right now I'm gonna call it Imager, just because I wanna remember that. So yeah, those impulse responses are super good to have that 3D feeling, like depth feeling, and which is something, as I said, I'm mastering in these years. It's not like you are born with that ability to do that. You know, you just have to experiment and do stuff, which is this one. Let me check. Okay, let's raise the volume a bit. So you will say, oh, it's a very standard sound. By the way, it's a actual audio file. The PL plug from my libraries, because yes, I am a sound designer as well. So it's like this. That's just some EQ, and then it goes into this, just the RC20 for some fluttering stuff. And then we have this. So with this, it's like this. Without, it sounds super dry without, but with, it still sounds pretty dry, but it's a different kind of dry. It's rich, it's dense. The frequency spectrum is full of interesting stuff going on, and that's the key to make your sound more professional. It's very good sounding reverbs. I'm not talking about the FL reverb 2 or stock reverbs from other uh, programs. I'm talking about actual great impulse responses. It's crazy. Like without, no, it has that reflection going on. Oh my god, so good. Mm, and also, I'm pretty obsessed with the Beatspeak, which is this one. So this sound without the big speak, lane, super cool. Um, that's it. So, do you want to have a preview? I don't want to spoil myself a lot, but yeah, who cares? It sounds like this. Damn, I raised the volume of the limiter. Pretty standard. And are these patches with reverb available somewhere? And they're not, because I want to make a video of that on YouTube. But when I do that, you'll be sure that I give away all 4 of them, plus all the CLA samples that I made. So you're gonna have 4 plus 6, 10 different reverbs to use, you know? And So that's pretty awesome. Instead of one patch, you basically have multiple patches that are gonna save the CPU a lot. Also, really wanna I really wanna create some patches, from some stripped down version of my patches as well. Because sometimes I think, oh, I need that effect from my patch, and example the retro patch. What is it? So let's say that I really need the just the wobble effect. So this section here, but I don't need all of them. You know, it's just a waste of CPU loading everything when you just can have this one. So I might do some stripped down version of my patches that I already made. So for example, retro noise, retro wobble, retro distort. Not really. I don't really need this one because basically it's just a simple distortion. Digital, I don't really need this, but whatever. Yeah, probably. And no need for space, but magnetic, yes, I would need that. So some stripped down version of more complex patches that I made. Same thing with the announcer. I already attempt to do that. Attempt, yeah, I did it with my patch thick because it's the stripped down version of this one and this one with more with bigger ranges basically, so you can go even crazier with them. But yeah, there's no spread. I really like this slap delay that I made, so I really wanna have this one. Room, not really. Delay, not really. Reverb, not really. So with this one, probably spread and slap. Those two are interesting, in my opinion, to have them like on their own. And I don't know. Mm, yeah, but I want to make some videos because it's just fun to make videos and have them on my YouTube channel and stuff. I think it's pretty funny. So be patient. They're coming. Okay. Um. mm, mm, mm. So I see some reply. Can you show how to sample reverb impulses? Yes, there is a tutorial from Image Line. You just have to click. You just have to search like Image Line. Wait, let me do this because I think I have some. Um, no way, there weren't. I thought I was opening YouTube Studios with the page that YouTube don't want you to actually load in front of your audience. That shows the views and stuff. You can get banned for that. Mage line, convolver, mm, sample. Yes, this one. You just have to look for this video called FL Studio Guru sampling reverbs with Fruity Convolver. Look for that and it shows you how to do it. It's pretty easy. And thanks for the people on my server that actually pointed out this video to me. Mm, Now I see what you're talking about depth. Yeah, it's like this weird feeling of a space because people say, "Oh, I add reverb to add some space," but usually electronic producers in general, me included, in the very early years of their careers, of course, they just slap a fruity reverb and they have this lush tail and they go with that. I mean, it's fine. I did it for the longest time and I still do it. But before that, to make your sound interesting, and more realistic, you just have to shape that three-dimensional space around it. And the only way to do it efficiently is to very interesting impulse responses, very interesting reverbs. That's why producers and especially mix engineers buy expensive reverbs, Also, Waves has an impulse response as a convolver reverb. Sorry, that I got it for no, it was free some time ago, and I got it in the bundle. But stay, be aware of giveaways and stuff when it comes to reverb because you wanna collect everything. You just have to have one very good parametric EQ, one very good compressor, basically, and maybe one very good multiband compressor. Why not? One limiter, and beside these four thing reverbs, the more you have, the better. It's just spend those money. Um, are we able to share our patches preset we made on your Discord? Yes, on my Discord there's a community channel, community patches. All the patches you see here, you know, I didn't make them. They were my awesome Discord members that made them, and they are all crazy good. You know, some of them are very, very good, and some of them are very useful. Some of them are not that good, but they still, they still are fun to use and stuff. So as long as they work fine, you're good. For example, this super complicated patch for vocals actually sound very cool. And was made by Chris Poney, which is a singer, by the way. And so also, for example, this rand beat, I saw some people typing, "Oh, Frank, why you should do a randomizer stuff to make glitchy stuff." You can use this one. It uses gross beat in the back, and you can tap stuff and go with the flow and have very cool results. With glitch and stuff. Look at how many they're here. So yeah, feel free to share them. Mm-mm-mm. I may have missed you, but did you say earlier you can adjust the decay on Convolver in Patcher? Yes. You cannot in Patcher. I mean, I show you what you mean. What I mean. So if I load up one of my reverb like this, if I try to connect the stretch thing, basically this stretch knob here controls the stretch of the impulse responses. So basically it can control the length of the tail, but at the same time it resamples it. It's not like just you know make it longer, just resample it. So it's not doable in real time with a knob on the surface, but you can totally go here and mess around with it. We can listen to the differences between the same impulse responses, resample and not resample. Let's use a kick. So let's use a very long pre-delay so we separate the dry from the wet. Okay. Something more clicky. Like this. dry and wet. If we stretch it, see, it's shorter, but it's not just shorter, it's also stretched, so it changes completely. So if you want to have the tail, the the default, your favorite impulse response, but with shorter tail, you just have to come here and click the little volume thing and do whatever you want with this, like this maybe. Yeah, of course it's garbage right now, but you can even do this, you know, you can have everything realized in that way. But yeah, I'm gonna share these patches on YouTube this month for sure. Okay, so uh, I'm gonna finish the. I'm sorry it takes so long just to have a very shitty result with the imager, but this is one of the most requested patches that I get in my DMs. Not really on Discord, but also in the comments on YouTube and stuff. So I'm gonna finish it so we can have patch that in can control the send information of three bands of the spectrum, and also it can introduce new side information with the delay and phase knobs to make stuff more interesting. Not for sound design, just for to add some sparkle, some stereo sparkle to it. And sounds good. Sounds good to me. And so next week it will be music lab. So I'm going to produce something from scratch, and the next week again it will be the feedback session. So I listen to your songs that you send me on Discord and I give you feedback. And the last week, my favorite is the blind battle, which with a huge surprise. Very, it's gonna be the first blind battle with a team, you know, because the prize is actually very specific. So I want to do something with that team. Also, send me anime recommendation in the anime channel on my Discord because I want to know what you're watching and what should I watch, and maybe we can potentially watch something on the voice channels on the Discord, with the screen and stuff. I would love to do that. And what else? I don't think there's much more to say. Got any tips to making Patcher preset look nice? You just have to do them. Make them as cool as you can possibly. I have an offer. I receive your beats. You receive feedback from me. Yes. And let me check the chat. Frequency parameters, low pass EQ, peak controller to emulate decay. What are you talking about? Oh, no, because that knob is not automated. You cannot right click it and the Fruity Convolver. I mean, you cannot manipulate that in real time. That's a shame. See, if I right click this one, see, it doesn't work. Same thing with the self comb and the delay. That's why this one is a pre-delay. That's why in my patch I had to create a pre-delay instance before the actual reverb, to have that juicy pre-delay. You can automate this one, the wet, and this one, the dry, and the stereo separation basically of the input and the stereo separation of the output, but you cannot change those. And same thing with the EQ. So it would be dope to have a like um, something like this, but you can turn this one down to 0. So it's like, oh, it's not EQ'd. and now it's EQ, But yeah, you can't for some reason. You have to put an EQ after it and do stuff with that, basically. So I'll see you on Discord and I'll see you next time. Remember, every Wednesday on YouTube I stream. And I can wait to the blind battle, honestly, because I'm super excited about the price, and the theme. It's gonna be good. So see you next time, boys. And if you have questions about Patcher, don't be shy. Come on Discord and jump on Patcher Lab there. There's that channel because of that, specific for that, and you can ask anything, and I will reply. But most of the time, my Discord server members reply even quicker and sometimes even better than I could. And so it's an awesome community. We have 3,000 members, which is pretty insane. So let's road to six 6,969. That's the reach. If we reach 6969 members, it will be so awesome. And I will close the Discord server there. I'm kidding. I will not. So, see you next time, boys. It has been fun. Bye bye. See you. See you.